dog wags their tail, they eat their food, they follow you from room to room. So everything's fine, right? Maybe not. Because the signs that a dog is quietly struggling, not barking, not growling, not crying, are so subtle that most owners walk past them every single day without a second thought. And here's the part that's hard to hear. Some of those signs have been there for months. Your dog has been sending you a message. You just didn't know what to look for until now. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through 5 specific, science-backed signals that dogs use when something is off in their world. These aren't dramatic meltdowns, they're quiet, easy to miss. And once you see them, you cannot unsee them. By the end of this video, you'll look at your dog completely differently, and you'll finally know how to respond in a way that actually helps. If you're new here, hit subscribe right now. Every week, we go deeper into what your dog is actually thinking, feeling, and trying to tell you. You don't want to miss it. Now let's get into it. Sign number 1, and this one surprises almost everyone who hears it. Your dog yawns, you think they're just tired. Here's what's actually happening. In canine body language, a yawn that appears out of nowhere, not after sleep, not after waking up, but in the middle of a walk, during a conversation you're having with someone else, or right after you raise your voice. That yawn is called a calming signal. It's a term coined by Norwegian dog trainer and researcher Tord Rugaz, who spent decades documenting how dogs communicate stress and discomfort without aggression. When a dog yawns in a tense moment, they're not bored, they're managing. They're trying to calm themselves down, and sometimes trying to calm you down too. Think about the last time you yawned at your dog. They probably yawned back. That's not coincidence. That's the nervous systems talking to each other. So the next time your dog yawns and nothing adds up, no nap, no big morning stretch, pay attention to what's happening around them in that exact moment. The answer to what's bothering them is almost always right there. Quick question before we go to sign number 2. Does your dog yawn at strange moments? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. And if you know someone who has a dog that seems nervous or anxious, send them this video. It might be exactly what they need. Sign number 2. This one happens in your home every day, and most people think it's adorable. Your dog licks their lips. No food in sight, no treat in your hand. You probably didn't even notice, but this one tiny movement is one of the most reliable stress indicators in canine behavior science. Like yawning, lip licking in a non-food context is a displacement behavior. The dog's brain is overloaded and the body releases attention through a small, automatic movement. It shows up when a stranger gets too close, when children are too loud, when a vet puts their hands on them, when two people in the house are arguing. Research published in the journal Applied Animal Behavior Science confirmed that lip licking in dogs increases significantly during aversive or stressful interactions compared to calm, neutral ones. The dogs weren't hungry. They were overwhelmed. Here's what makes this particularly important. Dogs who suppress their stress signals, who stop yawning, stop lip licking, stop giving any visible warning, are often the ones who eventually snap with no warning. But there was warning. We just didn't speak the language. Learn the language before it becomes a problem. Sign number 3. This one's going to make you rethink something you do every single morning. You put the bowl down, your dog walks over, sniffs it, and walks away. You think maybe they're just not hungry today. But a dog that regularly refuses food they normally love is sending a signal that goes much deeper than appetite. Dogs under chronic psychological stress, not the sudden kind, but the slow, background kind that builds over weeks, often show appetite disruption as one of the first measurable signs. This is well documented in veterinary behavioral medicine. The gut and the brain in dogs are connected through the same vagus nerve pathway as in humans. When the nervous system is in a prolonged state of low-level threat response, digestion becomes secondary. The body essentially says, "This is not the time to eat." Now before you panic, a skipped meal once is nothing. But if this is a pattern, if your dog is turning away from food 2-3 times a week and you haven't changed what you're feeding them, something in their environment or emotional world has shifted. The question worth asking is not what's wrong with the food, it's what has changed around them. Has your dog ever gone through a phase of refusing food and you couldn't figure out why? Drop it in the comments. And we've got 2 more signs to go, and the last one is the one that almost nobody talks about. Sign number 4, pay close attention here, because this one hides in plain sight. Adult dogs sleep between 12 and 14 hours a day. Some larger breeds up to 18. That's a wide window, and within that window, there's a lot of normal. But when a dog that used to be active and engaged starts sleeping through everything, through your arrival home, through sounds they'd normally react to, through mealtimes, that's not contentment. That's withdrawal in human psychology. We recognize excessive sleep as one of the key markers of depression. In dogs, the mechanism is remarkably similar. A study from the University of Vienna found that dogs who had experienced loss, the death of another pet, a significant change in household structure, separation from a primary attachment figure, showed measurable increases in sleep duration and dramatic drops in play behavior. On the flip side, dogs that are stressed and hypervigilant often can't settle. They sleep in short bursts, they startle awake, they pace before finally lying down. Both ends of the spectrum matter. What you're looking for is a shift from your dog's personal baseline, not what's average for dogs in general, but what's normal for your dog specifically. You know your dog. Trust that knowledge. And sign number 5. This is the one I promised you at the beginning. The one most owners completely overlook. Your dog used to look at you, really look at you, and somewhere along the way that stopped. Now they glance away when you try to hold their gaze. They look at the floor when you lean toward them. They turn their head when you try to make that connection and you probably brushed it off. But in a dog who previously had a strong, comfortable relationship with their owner, a consistent pattern of gaze avoidance is one of the most significant emotional red flags in canine behavioral science. Eye contact between a dog and a trusted human triggers oxytocin release in both species, the same bonding hormone involved in mother-infant attachment. Research from Azabu University in Japan confirmed this, which means eye contact is not just communication, it's a biological bonding event. When a dog withdraws from that exchange, they're withdrawing from the bond itself. This can happen after a painful experience they associate with you, even something unintentional. A harsh correction, a raised hand, a moment of frustration that you've already forgotten but they haven't. It can also happen in dogs who were never fully taught that human eye contact is safe. Either way, the path back is the same: slow, patient, pressure-free rebuilding. Sit near them. Let them look at you first. Blink slowly when they do. Don't stare, don't demand. Just be someone worth looking at again. 5 signs: a yawn in a tense moment, a lip lick with no food nearby, food left untouched, sleep that changed, and eyes that stopped meeting yours. None of these are dramatic, none of them shout, they whisper. And the dogs who are lucky, the ones whose owners learn to hear that whisper, those are the dogs that spend their whole lives feeling genuinely safe. Not just fed, not just walked, safe. If this video made you think of your dog differently, share it. Not for the algorithm, for the dog on the other end of that share. They deserve an owner who speaks their language, and you're already becoming one.